When someone you love leaves the physical world, something inside you feels torn. Yet the bond of the soul never breaks. What you feel as loss is often a veil between two worlds. Behind it, something continues to whisper to you. These are not coincidences, they are communications from the unseen. The psyche does not end with death. Energy changes form, but it does not vanish. When you become still and aware, you can sense the subtle presence of those who have passed. They remain close, guiding your growth, watching your journey, helping you become whole again. Your task is not to seek them in fear or fantasy, but to listen in awareness, to open your inner senses, to recognize that love transcends mortality. When the departed reach across the boundary of life, they use the only medium that connects both worlds' meaning. Synchronicity is the bridge. It is when inner experience aligns with outer events in a way that feels charged with significance. This is not coincidence. It is the psyche revealing that the material and spiritual are not separate, but mirror each other. You may notice patterns that repeat around you. A specific number appears every time you think of them. A certain song plays when your heart aches the most. A fragrance fills the room that reminds you of their presence. These are not random details. They are reflections of a deeper order that the rational mind cannot fully grasp. Carl Jung saw synchronicity as the language of the unconscious. It bypasses logic and speaks directly to intuition. When your inner world stirs with emotion or memory, and the external world responds in harmony, it signals that energy is alive between you and the departed. The connection has not ended, it has changed form. The more conscious you become, the more you notice these alignments. They happen when you are quiet, aware, and emotionally open. They do not force themselves upon you. They appear gently, asking for recognition rather than belief. Their power lies in their timing, in the way they touch your inner truth without needing proof. When you see synchronicity, do not chase it or reduce it to superstition. Pause and feel what it awakens in you. It may bring comfort, guidance, or a reminder that love transcends death. The departed do not communicate through words. They speak through meaning. Every sign carries an emotional signature that your soul recognizes instantly. In that moment, you realize something essential. The line between life and death is thinner than it seems. The psyche does not end where the body ends. When meaning calls your attention with perfect precision, it is life itself showing you that nothing meaningful is ever lost. There are moments when you sense something near, though nothing moves in the room. A stillness fills the air, yet it feels alive. You feel warmth, peace, or a sudden calm spreading through you. This is the energy of presence. It is how the departed make themselves known when words are no longer possible. Energy does not disappear, it transforms. When a person dies, their physical form ends, but the essence of who they are remains in another vibration. Sensitive individuals can feel this energy in subtle ways. You may sense it as a quiet reassurance when you are troubled, a gentle touch of peace when your thoughts are heavy, or an inner knowing that you are not alone. Carl Jung understood the psyche as a field of living energy that connects all beings. What you perceive as presence is the continuation of that energetic bond. The unconscious registers it even before your conscious mind can explain it. You feel it in the heart, not through the senses. It comes without warning, often when you are most open, vulnerable, or still. Sometimes it happens in the places that held shared meaning, a corner of the house, a favorite chair, a garden, or a view you once loved together. Their energy lingers where love was deeply felt. It is not haunting but harmony. The soul energy resonates in the field of memory and emotion, creating a sense of communion beyond form. You may doubt it at first, thinking it is imagination. Yet the calm that follows is real. It steadies your emotions and restores balance. The energy of presence is not meant to prove anything. It exists to remind you that the relationship continues in a new dimension. When you feel this presence, do not question it. Acknowledge it. Allow gratitude to rise. The moment you do, you strengthen the bridge between consciousness and the unseen. You begin to understand that the psyche extends far beyond the body, that love carries its own frequency, and that no separation is final. This awareness changes grief. It turns sorrow into quiet connection. It replaces fear with trust. The energy of presence teaches you that those who have passed are not absent. They have simply moved into the invisible part of the same living whole that you are still part of. Dreams are open doors of the unconscious. When the departed visit, the dream feels clearer than ordinary dreams. You sense their voice. You see their face. The scene carries the same emotional weight you felt when they were alive. Such dreams arrive when your guard is down. They come in REM sleep, when your rational mind loosens its hold. You may wake with the memory intact, as if a meeting actually happened. Treat that memory as meaningful. It is a direct line from the deeper psyche. You can increase the chances of these visitations. Before sleep, set a simple intention. Say aloud, "I am open to seeing you in my dreams." Keep a notepad and pen by your bed. Write any fragment you remember the moment you wake. Small details matter, like a phrase, a gesture, or a smell. These fragments hold the message. Record recurring images and feelings. Over days, patterns emerge. A repeat image, repeated phrase, or a stable tone of comfort or warning will point you to the message. Do not analyze immediately. Let the feelings speak first. Then reflect. Ask what this visit asks you to notice or to change. Sometimes the departed use symbols. You might not see them directly. You get a metaphor that carries the same emotional truth. Note the symbol and the emotion attached. Ask yourself what the symbol would mean if it came from the person you miss. The unconscious knows how to translate. If a dream feels unresolved, return to it with journaling or quiet reflection during the day. Write a letter to the person. Speak aloud what you felt in the dream. This completes the inner dialogue. It lets the message move from dream into waking life. Do not fear dream visitations. They aim to comfort, to resolve, or to guide. They are not a sign of illness. If the dreams disturb your sleep or cause severe anxiety, seek support from a therapist. Otherwise, honor the visits. Learn their language. Let them help you integrate loss into your living self. Sometimes you feel a sudden wave of peace or warmth for no reason. At other times, a deep sadness or nostalgia rises without a clear trigger. These moments are emotional echoes. They are not random shifts in mood. They are signals from the deeper psyche, showing that the bond with the departed still vibrates through your inner world. Emotional echoes appear in quiet moments. They often come when you are doing something ordinary, when your guard is down, when the mind is not occupied. A familiar feeling surfaces, and you sense their presence in that emotion. The energy of love, regret, or gratitude returns to you like a memory made alive again. It is the psyche's way of showing that connection exists beyond time. Carl Jung taught that emotions carry psychic energy. They are not just reactions. They are forces that move through the field of the soul. When someone dies, the emotional connection remains active in the unconscious. It continues to seek harmony and expression. The departed reach you through these emotional frequencies because they are pure, subtle, and immediate. You may feel sudden reassurance before a difficult event, a quiet courage when you face fear, or forgiveness rising where there was once pain. These experiences are not imagination. They are emotional transmissions that help you evolve. They bring balance where grief once fractured your inner world. They are reminders that love is an active energy, not a memory. When an emotional echo appears, do not push it away or overanalyze it. Feel it fully. Let it pass through you. Each time you acknowledge it, you integrate a part of the bond that is still alive. You also allow the psyche to heal the unfinished emotional threads that death left behind. These echoes can also act as inner guidance. The feeling you sense might direct you toward peace, a better choice, or a moment of reflection. Trust these instincts. They are forms of intuition shaped by your ongoing connection with the departed. Over time, you will recognize their pattern. The echo always carries the same emotional signature you associate with that person. It feels personal and unmistakable. This recognition is not about belief, it is about awareness. The psyche speaks in emotion, and when you listen, you discover that what you lost physically still lives within your emotional reality. Emotional echoes remind you that separation is not complete. The energy of love and memory continues to pulse in the fabric of your being. Each echo invites you to honor that connection, to stay awake to its guidance, and to live with a heart that knows the dead are not gone, only transformed. Loss forces you to confront what lies beneath comfort and certainty. When someone you love dies, a part of your inner world collapses. What remains is silence, and in that silence, a deeper call begins to form. It is not the voice of despair, it is the call to inner growth. The departed no longer walk beside you, but their influence does not end, it changes shape. Their presence becomes an inner guide that challenges you to evolve. Every memory becomes a mirror, showing you what still needs healing. Every wave of pain becomes an invitation to grow into a more conscious version of yourself. Carl Jung saw grief as a path to individuation, the process of becoming whole. When death enters your life, it exposes what is hidden. It reveals the limits of your control, the illusions of permanence, and the parts of your psyche you avoided. This confrontation awakens depth. It pushes you inward, toward understanding the reality of life and the meaning of existence. Growth begins when you stop running from the pain. When you face it with awareness, the wound becomes a teacher. You start to see that the purpose of loss is not punishment, but transformation. You learn compassion, patience, and humility. You begin to act from a place of truth rather than fear. As you evolve, you carry the essence of the departed in a new form. Their wisdom becomes part of your decisions. Their strength moves through your actions. Their love becomes the quiet motivation behind your healing. The relationship shifts from external to internal, from physical to spiritual. You may also notice that life starts aligning differently. New experiences, people, and insights appear, each reflecting a lesson you needed to learn through the loss. This is not coincidence. It is the psyche's way of restoring balance. The energy of the departed supports this evolution, guiding you toward greater awareness and purpose. The call to inner growth asks for honesty. It demands that you question who you were before the loss and who you are becoming now. It pushes you to find meaning in suffering, to rise from pain with greater consciousness. This process is not quick. It unfolds in stages as your heart learns to trust life again. When you accept this call, grief transforms into wisdom. You begin to see that love does not end with death. It matures, it deepens, it teaches you to live with more clarity and depth. The departed no longer exist outside you, they exist within you as a guiding force that shapes your journey forward. Their absence creates the space for your awakening. Their silence becomes your teacher. Their memory becomes the light that helps you find your way back to wholeness. You do not need to see to know. You only need to feel and trust the quiet intelligence of the soul. The departed are not gone, they have shifted into another state of being. Their purpose now is to help you awaken to your own. If you listen closely, you will hear it in the silence. They are still with you. In your growth, they live through you. In your consciousness, the bond becomes eternal.